Ladies and gentlemen, TYT Sports. I have received a few tweets this week, mainly from Bryant Almagren, I believe is how his Bryant Almgren, sorry Bryant, and at Daniel Ripley, asking me to talk some more NBA. The relation between the common ground between their two tweets was that they wanted me to talk about New Orleans changing their name from the Hornets to the Pelicans. Now, on the surface, a lot of people are saying that the Pelicans is this pussy-like name. Why a white pelican? Why would that be so intimidating? Firstly, look at the logo that they just put out. It kind of looks like, it reminds me a little bit about with the Atlanta Hawks, but it looks pretty badass, if you ask me. It looks like a very modern, but also badass mascot and logo. Now again, this is not the white pelican. And I want to outline a few excerpts from Barry Pachesky's article off of Deadspin. You can follow him on Twitter at BarryApp1. The title of his article, "Fuck You, Pelicans Are Awesome. A defense of the NBA's best new team name." Already a huge win with the title. Now, quick note, the brown pelican is the state bird of Louisiana. So again, this is not the white pelican. This is the brown pelican. Probably about half of you are already going to be filtered out from against to in the middle. So we start. I guarantee you he will persuade you. He did me at the end of this article. Part 1. Well, here's what's up. These people don't know anything about good team names, and they sure as shit don't know anything about pelicans. Already off to a great start again. The pelican is fearsome. Take a raven, for example. It's omnivorous. It eats bugs and seeds and fruit and carrion compared to the well-rounded citizen that is the raven. The pelican is the serial killer of birds. Not only is it a carnivore, it is a hyper-carnivore. That's a scientific term. Look it up. The pelican eats meat and only meat. The pelican doesn't eat anything that didn't used to be alive. What's more, unlike an eagle or a falcon, the pelican almost never scavenges someone else's kill. It craves warm flesh, so it gets the job done itself. If that doesn't get you a little fired up to at least go play some basketball, I don't know what will. Third part we're on. Then it spirals into a death dive, streaking down upon the unsuspecting prey before it knows what hit it. I left out, it can see fish beneath surface from 60 feet up. That's fucking badass in my opinion. The last thing that fish ever sees is the light blinking out as the pelican's gaping beak closes around it, and it's swallowed while still alive. If he hasn't got you yet, he provided evidence with 2 embedded videos from YouTube. One is of pelicans eating a baby chick, and another is of a pelican for no reason at all, just being a dick and deciding to eat, as my voice is squeaking, a pigeon. They ate a pigeon alive and then just forced it down its throat. So we continue. The pelican isn't just a mindless see it and eat it hunter. Oh no, they work together. A bunch of pelicans will practice, quote, cooperative fishing, herding fish into a central area so they can take turns dive bombing the prey. Hear that, rest of the NBA? Pelicans work as a team. The next part, they're selfless defenders as well. Here's a New York Times story from 1910 about a marauding weasel that found its way into the pigeon coop at the Central Park Zoo. Did the zoo's pelicans Hidalgo Pete, Signor Gomez, and Sanchez Hula Hoo run away? Did they stare helplessly as the weasel trespassed on their property and helped itself to a meal? They did not. They chased the weasel away from pigeons and, cornering it against a mesh fence, beat it to death. Even after the animal was dead, the 2 pelicans kept jabbing their bills at it. Hidalgo Pete suffered a broken wing in the melee, but that's just what pelicans do. They give up their own bodies to protect their court. There's no way New Orleans will lose a home game. Well, they might lose a few. We go to the final part. Most of the criticism of the New Orleans Pelicans name is that it's not fearsome enough. We've established how bullshit that is, but you get the sense these bellyachers would have been happy with a more traditional predatory animal. Well, that's how pro sports got into the mess they're in today. He also embeds a video of pelicans attacking other creatures like dogs, cats, and even humans. They attacked us. They attacked us. You see Deep Blue Sea? They ate me. A fucking shark ate me. If you get the reference, I might give you a kudos and thumbs up in the comments. Now, if that has not persuaded you, I really don't know what will. Barry Pachesky, what an amazing article. via Deadspin. You can follow him on Twitter at BarryApp1. It just goes to show you that the honey badger really ain't shit.